Thank you for joining us today. My name is Detective Attard with the Suffolk Police Department, and welcome to the 4th episode of our Cold Case video series. With me today is Detective Chris Shear of our Cold Case Unit. If you are new to this series, the Suffolk Police Department has created a series of videos to call attention to cold cases and missing persons to bring light and attention back on them as they so much deserve.
In today's video, we'll be talking about one of our several missing persons cases. We'll be discussing the case of Janice Laneau Wright, who everyone knew as Mama Janice. Miss Wright was reported missing in 1993 and has not been seen or heard of since. We are hopeful that with the help from the community, we can locate Miss Wright for her friends, family, who all miss her dearly. We are eager to have people reach out with new or old information. In the past, we know you may have been reluctant or scared to give information, but encourage you to come forward today. What you may think is not important may be the key that unlocks the entire case.
In December of 1993, Miss Gloria Blow contacted the Suffolk Police Department and advised that her sister, Miss Wright, had not been seen or heard from by family since November of 1993. She was concerned as this was extremely out of the ordinary for her sister, especially during the holiday season.
Upon an initial investigation into this case, it was found that Miss Wright was last seen by family at 2115 Kentucky Avenue, the home of Herbert Young, who was the father of Miss Wright's youngest child. Miss Wright was due in court on December 13, 1993 for a custody hearing in regard to her youngest son, but did not appear. According to family, this is something that would not have been missed. Previous court records show that Miss Wright was present in earlier court hearings on the matter.
After the initial report, various detectives with the Suffolk Police Department conducted numerous interviews with people known to associate with Miss Wright. All persons were able to provide information as to Miss Wright's regular activities, but no one could pinpoint exactly when they had last seen Miss Wright. They all advised that there are no major arguments or issues that were going on between Miss Wright and any other person. When Miss Wright went missing, she was 35 years old and had 4 children.
In January of 2019, a source came forward and advised they believed they had possibly been involved in the disappearance of Miss Janice Wright in 1993. Investigative leads led detectives to attempt to locate Miss Wright's remains in a park in Central Virginia. Numerous members of the Suffolk Police Department responded to the area and conducted numerous searches. Leads and searches for evidence at this location were exhausted with negative results. In September of 2022, Alexander Young and family held a memorial service for Miss Wright at the Norfolk Botanical Gardens. The service showed the amount of impact left on Miss Wright's family and the citizens of Suffolk.
Next, we are going to hear from Alexander Young and Anthony Sexton Jr., sons of Mrs. Wright, and Noelle Wright, the wife of Alexander Young, about the pain that the family deals with, not knowing where Miss Wright is, and dealing with the fact that their dear family member is possibly deceased and just not knowing.
It's important to be involved. Well, I won't say be involved. It is important to really help others. You know, I would say just as good citizens, as good people, you know, when you see others in pain, you know, and if you can provide like something, you know, to help somebody else out and whatever they may going through, if you may know anything, you know, the smallest information, it helps. You know, some people, there are good people out here to help out, good people to, you know,
do the right thing.
Yeah, do the right thing, you know, and not being afraid, you know, because people who are going through this, it's a lot of challenges, you know, it's a lot of challenges, and some people you either fall through the wayside, you know, or you excel it. And I'm doing my best to excel it and bring up others who have fallen through the wayside. I'm like, hey, look, don't give up, man, because this person, whether if they haven't had justice, you know, in my opinion, maybe their spirit is hurting and they need somebody to fight for them.
And she was like every day there all the time. And she was always on top of me, going about my schoolwork and doing this and doing that, and I used to always like to play basketball and stuff like that. So she was always supportive of everything, you know what I'm saying? That's my only hurt. I have tons of memories and stuff that, you know, that's I can always talk about, you know, but my main concern is that, you know, I want Alex to know who his mother was, and you know, and really much support him, because I got a ton of memories that, you know, my sisters do too. Like I said, my major thing was Alex. You know, I cry and feel bad because him, how he really feel, you know, and it just really hurt me that, you know, like those memories that he have, you know, was like they were real brief, and I have a whole lot.
I met Alexander about 5 years ago now, and the first day I spoke with Alexander over the phone, within the first 10 minutes of talking to him, I learned his story of origin and about his missing mom and his adopted mom. And as the months and years passed, I was able to witness and hear firsthand the pain and trauma that has caused, not only from him, but his siblings as well. And now I've been able to meet TJ and hear his pain as well. And just behind the disappearance and then just not having her in their lives. So I just wanted to say that the trauma that missing people's families must endure without knowing where they are or what happened, just the story behind it, like where is she, who was she with, what happened to her, what was her final moments like. And then not only that, but not being able to lay them to rest, it can be very crippling. If there's anyone out there that knows what happened to Janice Wright, whoever you are, whatever, please come forward and speak your truth. There's so much freedom in releasing that level of burden of a secret. If it's someone that the family knows, like, we get it, it was a long time ago, things happen, accident happened, and before you leave this earth, please let the family know what happened to her and where she is.
We are hoping that the facts that we discussed in this case of Miss Wright will get you talking and thinking. If you have any information on this case or any other cases, please feel free to contact us. You can call us directly at the numbers we will be providing at the end of this video. If you wish to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Line at 188-LOCK-YOU-UP, or you can download the P3 Tips app to your mobile device. We know the information is out there, and we're hopeful that the videos in this series will help you to help us bring closure to these families.
No matter how small you think something is, it could be the major break in the case that we need. We thank you for your time. We'll see you on our next episode.